100 man with 100 stairs.
I don't give a fuck what your mammy or your OG
Yeah.
Shit up in this world if you don't get some
Appreciate you for checking in to the Smoking Quote Show. This your boy, yours truly, Charm, C.H.A.R.M.
You gon' make some money.
Cash, honestly, ain't real money. You can't hate a real motherfucker, man. You know what's going on, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in to the
with your tattoo and your nappy dread.
Smoking Quote Show.
Reason why your partner's in the Fed. Real talk.
I'm absolutely holding it down on the Dolo. This will be my first Dolo show right here. I just want to tune in to people, man, and start talking about things of truth, man. You know, they say the truth ain't popular, right? The truth ain't popular, so we're gonna make the truth popular over here on the Smoking Quote Show, man. You dig what I'm saying? We're gonna have the strand of the day shout out. We're gonna address some topics. Let's tell them what we're gonna talk about. You know, this show is straight off the heart, straight off the top. It's like a freestyle. We don't write our programming. We kind of come out the heart. Whatever, you know, the intellect is telling us to speak on is what we speak on, man. And I'm here today, so shout out to Kicks, No Seeds. He out on a trip, small little vacation, man. Shout out to him. But I'ma hold it down, man. Your boy Charm right here. I appreciate y'all tapping in with me, listening. If it weren't for the listeners, we wouldn't have nothing. If it weren't for the people that was tuning in, interested into the content that we creating, this would be nothing. Shout out to the tunes in the background. It's Slick B, FLM, featuring London Man with 100 Stack. Off that Foreign Boy album, man. Shout out to everybody that's still out here dropping good music, man. There's a lot going on in the hip-hop world, man. A lot going on in the hip-hop world. Of course, y'all can see all of the issues going on with Puff Daddy and all of the allegations coming out against Puff Daddy. Other associates, you know, we've heard whispers in the background. We've heard things through the grapevine, you know, with allegations against the brother Jay-Z, man, and his wife Beyonce. Hey, I mean, one thing I know about the truth not being popular, also the truth is unbelievable, man. So, hey, I couldn't say that allegations that we hearing through the grapevine is true or not. But they definitely being heard, man. You got people, you know, online, on the social media, calling out celebrities, exposing celebrities for being members of different parts of cults, sex rings, human trafficking, sex trafficking, different stuff like that, man, which is not really good for the community. Now, everybody have their prerogative. They get to do what the fuck they want to do, man. You can't tell nobody what they can do. As long as they're not injuring or hurting nobody or breaching contracts, shit, it's pretty much a go for what you know type of deal. You know, we really don't want to wish death or jail on anybody, but, you know, jail is, you know, it's illustrated and designed for people that's outlaws and out here hurting people, man. So, you know, we'll give a shout out and people can send their prayers out to the brother Sean Puffy Combs. Some people want to see him in jail. Some people don't understand what's going on, you know, and sooner or later, you know, everything gonna hit the fan, man. Now, if you was a rich person, and I mean, do you think it's worth being a millionaire for 20 to 30 years just to have the ending chapter of your life be to where you lose everything and, you know, end up in jail or dead, man? I don't think the riches and fame is worth that. It's not worth that at that cost at all. I would rather, you know, enjoy my riches. They can keep the fame. I would rather enjoy my fortune and be able to pass it down through intergenerational wealth down to the kids, and just, you know, enjoy your pursuit of happiness, man. Again, the hip hop, industry, man. I mean, I'm definitely a member of the Southern hip hop world. I've done. Everybody know me from that sector. I've done music. I've done collaborations with musicians, hip-hop artists, several professional people on a professional level. Maybe starting back in 2008. is where I began to do it on a professional level. Since then, I've kind of educated myself in different realms and sectors. I've been to different private schools of thought that kind of redirected my route, kind of gave me a detour on where I was at first heading. And, certain industries and business structures began to stand for something that I didn't stand for. So, I hear it all the time from friends, like, man, you supposed to blow up, man. You supposed to be doing this and doing that, man. Your music's so fire. And they do say, they say the best for last, and they also say that a lot of geniuses and a lot of great musicians are on the underground level of the game. Some people get overlooked. Some people, get blackballed as well. I'm not a person that's been blackballed from the game. I don't really owe nobody nothing in the game. I don't have nothing, no debts in the music game, I'll say. The situation I had with the affiliates and DJ Drama, and shout out to Drama, DJ Sense, a lot of Dark Man, Willie the Kid. Shout out to the whole affiliates family. They're known as the Academy now. I want to shout out them brothers just for us sharing the times that we shared, the opportunities that we took advantage of, and we made history. And, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of the matter, it's all love, and people supposed to, move under that principle, man, of love, and, you know what I'm saying, respect, you know what I'm saying? Be honorable out here, be the change you want to see. So, ain't no bad blood with me, with nobody in the music industry, but I do kind of see things from a different perspective on what's required in the music industry. Some people sacrifice certain things, some people get, extorted, some people get, I guess extorted is the best word, where, you get tricked into certain agreements, tricked into certain positions in the game to where you kind of stuck. And then therefore you being controlled, manipulated, and, you're ruled by fear, and you kind of in an enslaved type of situation, man. I just, wish that as a people we can come together and start learning specific things about these industries and businesses that we're existing in, that we coexisting in. We need to learn how corporations actually work. Understand that, the people who's, running the game, they have a different agenda in mind. They want the control. They want to keep people sedated in a certain mind state and things of that nature. So, you know what I'm saying? We gotta think ahead of the curve. We gotta keep our heads on a swivel. We gotta be intelligent. We gotta be enlightened. We gotta be informed. We gotta be educated. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta move accordingly. For the kids, for the children. Everybody that got children out here, you got a bigger cause, a purpose to live for. You know what I'm saying? And that's what life is all about. Life is about what you can do for others, man. You can fight for yourself, but when you fighting for others, it's godly. You dig what I'm saying? So, as we move on, I wanted to touch on voting. Everybody know right now we in the voting season. You do have the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. You got Donald Trump running. You got Kamala Harris running. You have other candidates that's running as well that don't have big campaigns, that's not being sponsored and endorsed with big funding and backing. So you might not hear about other runner-ups or other candidates for the presidential party to be the United States president. You have, what is his name? Mr. Cortez is also running. You have a few people that's running, besides Kamala and Donald Trump. So, if you pay attention at the polls and find out who's really running, I say make your best decision, even though the decision is very manipulated and controlled to where it's almost a, lose-lose situation. I would believe that if the left wing and the right wing came together as such a bird would do, then we could approach different issues that we have in civilization in the country and stuff like that in a proper manner. Just imagine if Donald Trump and Kamala Harris came together and shared their ideas and their approaches on the issues that we have in the country. Maybe we can come with some solutions and remedies. But it don't work like that. You got to choose one or the other. My perspective towards voting is very different. I come from a truth base. So therefore, I've studied substantive law. I've studied history, ancient history. You know, you got to read the constitutions, you got to read treaties, you got to read certain things that's in place, congressional records that tells a story, and it gives you the truth and give you understanding on the condition of, you know, civilization and where the people are today. You know, what's going on, what could be done about it. Because some information is just education, it's just knowledge, right? But then you have some knowledge that comes with wisdom. Wisdom is the execution of knowledge. Therefore, it comes with instructions. It comes with things that you could do, things you can follow up with, things that you can apply to your life. That's what real knowledge, which is power, is to me, you know. Knowledge comes with wisdom. Wisdom is the execution of knowledge. And then wisdom also has a sister named Secret, right? So you want to be able to tap in, which is tapping in within yourself. That's what tap in means. Tap in. Get yourself informed. Get around like-minded individuals. Get around people that's learning, man. If you sit around all day talking about bitches, hoes, and cars and clothes and, you know, the drama in the hood, if you talk about sports all day, the music game and business and what, you know, what's going on in everybody else's life, and you're not educating yourself, you're not getting informed, you're not getting enlightened, you're not raising your degrees intellectually, and, you know, you got a problem, man. I remember watching back in the day Dr. Delbert Blair, which was a scholar, somebody I've studied up under. I kind of steal mentorship out here. You know, if I find somebody that brings measures that I can learn from, I automatically adopt them as a mentor. So Dr. Delbert Blair, big salutes and big respect to Dr. Delbert Blair. He was a scholar. He was a scientist. He was very big on metaphysics and explaining, the metaphysical world, the spiritual world, the physical world. He had years ago, I watched on YouTube, he had a video on traveling from the third to the fifth dimension, right? And what it was basically discussing was, you know, the planet is traveling, right? And we're parasites on the planet. So as the planet travels through these dimensions, each dimension comes with a different grade of knowledge and consciousness and subconsciousness, right? So as we go from the third to the fifth dimension, everything is supposed to speed up very rapidly. Shit supposed to vibrate to the highest vibration. Things supposed to speed up, and information as we go into the Aquarius, information is going to become velour, as we can see now with the internet, with social media, TikTok, X, whatever you have. All these social media platforms is rendering information to the people. So this is, these days and time, we living through revelation, so all things are being revealed. I mean, the veil is being lifted over, secret societies, all secrets are being revealed. The truth is coming out. The truth is becoming popular. It's going to become common sense to us. It's going to become our goddamn everyday talk. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be able to be on that frequency to where you're learning and you're ascending, you're going higher, as Dr. Delbert Blair would discuss in those videos. Y'all can YouTube that now. Look up Dr. Delbert Blair. If you never heard of him, check him out. From the third to the fifth dimension. We're supposedly to be magnetic beings, and we're fifth dimensional beings. We got 5 fingers, right? So this is supposed to indicate that we're fifth dimensional beings, and in the fifth dimension, we're able to basically tap into our God-like state of mind and existence, and be godly and do miraculous things and heal and do, very, very, very powerful things, because we're powerful people. Ye are gods, we the gods, and we're returning back into that original state and form that in which we belong. You did what I'm saying? So Dr. Delbert Blair kind of touched on that. So, I'm just giving some free promo right there. Y'all go check out those video. Anybody that's never heard of Dr. Delbert Blair, go check him out. You can learn a lot of things dealing with the metaphysical world. He's telling the truth about it. So when we travel from the third to the fifth dimension, you're going to get informed very, very fast. But you're going to have there's going to be a separation between the people who's going to ascend and the people who's going to descend. The people that's going to ascend going to be the people that's going to be able to follow and vibrate high and receive information, interpret it, and understand it and overstand it. And while you have people on the other side of the field, they're going to descend. They're going to go down. They're going to go into a more ignorant space. They're not going to be able to vibrate. They're not going to be able to be on the frequencies and interpret and understand new information. They're kind of going to be stuck in their way. They're going to be enslaved. Everybody can't be saved. As a prophet said, any of you that's familiar with who the prophet is or would relate it's a saying that the prophet is Noble Drew Ali said, hey man, take this and save yourself. You dig what I'm saying? So you want to wake up your family and friends, and sometimes they stiff neck and they don't move. So sometimes you got to be the change you want to see and just be a walking, be evidence, be that walking change that you want to see and inspire people by what you do. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to do it. Just check with the man in the mirror, like Michael Jackson said. But the truth is, we were speaking on voting. Truth says, according to substantiated and authenticated documents, the U.S. citizen vote doesn't count. Now, I'd like for people to call in or leave comments under the videos once it's aired on what's your take on our votes. Do our votes count as U.S. citizens? Okay, do it. As a 14th Amendment citizen, do your vote count? And we also know we have the Electoral College and everything that supposed to amount to the votes on who's being elected into office. You got a difference between being elected and appointed. I believe that all of the presidents have been appointed. Nobody has ever been elected. U.S. citizens vote don't count. If you're a black, Negro, colored, African American, those things, you don't have a nationality, you are a U.S. citizen, your vote don't count. Believe it or not, go read the United States Constitution. It breaks it all the way down to you. In the first 5 articles, in those amendments, it shows you, beyond the first 5 articles. Go read the 14th Amendment and the 13th Amendment. Go read it. And see what it says about, the status of a U.S. citizen and if his vote count or not, man. So it's something really think about, because you got people that say, a lot of people died for us to have the right to vote. You got your elders, I know my parents, they be on me like, man, you got to vote, got to get your voice out there, got to vote, and again, my perspective is different now. I did once have a different type of perspective about how things worked and how things went down, but now I kind of move with what I know, not what I believe. And so it's something really deep to think about, you know what I'm saying? And as black people, majority of people, depending on the tax bracket that they live in, they're voting for the Democrat Party. They're voting for the democracy versus the Republican. And then most rich people or millionaires, they want to vote for the Republican who's promising to do tax cuts and, reduce tax liability and stuff like that. Now, the democracy, let's talk about the democracy for a quick little second. The democracy, I'm gonna just give it to you plain and simple. The democracy are the slave holders, okay? So the slave masters, the slave holders is the democracy, okay? They would benefit more off you staying in a poor tax bracket, receiving state benefits, TANF, welfare, food stamps, things of that nature. These corporations benefit more off your lack of knowledge and more off of you being poor. And their whole agenda is to make the rich richer and the poor poorer, right? So the democracy is a slaveholder. So, when we look back into the history of us as a people here in this country, man, we was a republic form of government. We was rich, And if you don't see yourself rich or you don't see yourself becoming wealthy in the future, then that's probably why you still vote for Democrats. That's probably why you still vote to keep the democracy alive, because you think poor, you think like a debtor. A debtor is a sinner, and that's where you pretty much at with it when it comes to voting. But people need to read, man. I want you to read. Don't just take my word for it. Read. But the truth is, and I'm going to leave that jewel, that diamond right there, that the U.S. citizen vote does not motherfucking count, okay? It don't count, man. We about to take a quick break. I'm going to play a song, right? I'm going to play a song that's going to be something exclusive, probably from the Lonnie Mac with 100 Stacks archive, all right? Shout out to the fans of Lonnie Mac 100 Stacks. Y'all already know. Definitely been a long time coming. Now we into the content creating time of the world where you create content and you can make a lot of money, man. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 350 million if not billion, 350 million for sure was made, I think, since COVID-19. I mean, people in other industries probably fell off or lost money, took losses. The content creating industry has it's been going up to the top. People been getting paid, man. Everybody from podcast hosts to people that's just made themselves public figures on the internet. So content creating is basically finding its way. It's found this way. You know, now I've watched the interview with Elon Musk, and I forget the brother who interviewed him. But, you know, he was talking about how social media is basically these platforms such as X, formerly known as Twitter. These platforms basically are live streaming, right? So therefore, you can get news. Like, the first place you can get news from is off of social media. You can go to, whether you're on your Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or your X platform, wherever you be at, you can get news like immediately, right? So therefore, news can be reported on social media before Fox 5, Channel 11, Channel 2, whoever, the news reporting cast channel is. News is basically being reported and delivered to the people on social media through live streaming quicker than a Fox 5 can report the news. And that's something deep to think about. So now, this is kind of reformatting the industry for journalists, news reporters, things of that nature. Because now somebody could be holding their phone in the hood in the community and something pop off right there and they got it live, streaming from their platform, and then the people get that news right then and there before Channel 5 can even report it. So as we can see, the world is changing. The industries are changing, businesses is changing, and the people are changing. They say it's a wonderful time to be alive. People are actually waking up, man. I mean, the conversations in the barbershops and the beauty salons are changing. Our common conversation is starting to be more enlightened. You know what I'm saying? People ain't just sitting around all day finger fucking their phone on social medias, which a lot are. A lot of people still are there, but still, the conversation of the people is changing. People are waking up. People are starting to notice things. People are starting to notice the routine that's not beneficial for us. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a great thing, man, that, we actually start to see salvation and see the promises that the Most High gave us. Because, He promised us eternal life, not just eternal life, but salvation. We gonna get the truth. Dig what I'm saying? Like, all these lies, see, the truth ain't really that hard to wrap your mind around, even though it's unbelievable, because you got to let the lies go. You got to stop believing to receive the truth. Take that note down. Duly note that. You have to let the lies go to accept the truth, because the truth is unbelievable. And I believe the first person I heard say that the truth was unbelievable was Dr. Ray Hagins, which is he's an ex-reverend or ex-pastor that found out the truth. He was first in the church, just a regular Christian at first, and he found out the truth and kind of started his own church, and he had a curriculum outside of Sunday school that was, teaching the people the truth. And he had a video, The Truth is Unbelievable. And it gives you the etymology of the word believe, right? Etymology is when you learn the root meaning or the root definition of a word, where you find the root word of a word and you can extract the true definition. So belief is to allow a lie to be, right? So you can't be dealing with the truth if you still believing. And if you got faith, you just a step ahead or a step higher than belief, right? So the highest step to be on is fruition. Fruition is to know. That's when you know something, you no longer believe or have faith in something that you know, right? So fruition is what we want to get. We want to be within the fruition status. We want to be in that area, in that capacity as adults, because only teenagers and minors still have belief and faith. Just in the Garden of Eden, when they was talking about the fruit, they abbreviated the fruit. It wasn't a real apple, people. Just like Adam and Eve weren't real people, man. Okay, it's Adam, A-T-O-M, Adam. When they're addressing protons, electrons, and neutrons. Adam and Eve was not physical people. And you know, this is something that people probably haven't heard if you only been to Sunday school, you know. But at the end of the day, fruition was what they meant by fruit. When they abbreviated that word, fruit was abbreviated for fruition. And you know, it's just a wonderful time to be alive, as you've heard before, man. I mean, if you waking up and you in your good senses and you're able to learn and you're able to do this all over again, you get a refresh, restart, it's a blessing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing. So I appreciate y'all tuning in to the Smoking Quote Show. I almost said that wrong. Let's get it right. For people that don't know the name of the show, it's the Smoking Quote. It ain't smoke and quote. It's the Smoking Quote. That means the quote is so fire that it's smoking. So when we quote things, they're on fire. It's a smoking quote. So the Smoking Quote Show is what this is right here. We're going to play a song by Lonnie Mac with 100 stats right quick. I think this is an oldie but goodie, man. Running My Crew. We're going to have this played just in between a break. I'm going to take a small break, and I'm going to come back and get a strand of the day shout out. Let you know we smoking on right here on the Smoking Quote Show. And y'all stay tuned in, man. I appreciate you for listening. Shout out to all the listeners. I appreciate y'all. Without y'all, we are not a podcast.